I want to talk about the Democrats. So while the Republicans are in South Carolina with their primary, the Democrats are going to the Nevada caucuses. And it appears Clinton's campaign is actively trying to lower expectations about how she'll perform. They put out this talking point that Nevada is nearly all white, just like Iowa and New Hampshire. Harry Reid has a real problem with that. In an interview with PBS station in Nevada, Clinton denied that that's the strategy. Here's a preview of the interview that is set to air tomorrow.
Why is some of your staff trying to make it sound like our fair state is just like Iowa and New Hampshire, which are essentially all white states, and they're talking about eight? I mean, you came here last year, you emphasized the state's diversity. Right. You've done outreach to the Dreamer community. You've done all these events. And suddenly, after you lose to Sanders in all-white New Hampshire about a landslide, suddenly we're just like New Hampshire, and you might lose here, too. I mean, that's the spin from your campaign.
Well, that's not me. I have a great campaign. They work hard, but I love Nevada, and Nevada was put into this early process because of diversity.
I don't know. Steve, what do you make of that?
Well, it sounded to me, the original statement was made the night or the morning after the New Hampshire primary by one of her communications people, and it sounded like it was really sort of an overzealous attempt to try to downplay expectations in Nevada, mainly because she got crushed in New Hampshire, and they want to just try to downplay stuff for her, and she is right though. Nevada absolutely is there because it is more diverse than Iowa and New Hampshire. There is a significant Latino community in Nevada, but the thing is there's no real polling this year out of Nevada, so there's no sense of how strong she's running in that state, and so there's obviously some nerves after coming out of New Hampshire among her staff about how she's going to perform in these upcoming states. And so I think that's what we're seeing here is a lack of sort of strategy or a lack of sort of common strategy between what the communications people were saying immediately after New Hampshire and what Hillary Clinton actually feels.
John, how big a role is big labor playing in what happens on the Democratic side of the race? I mean, after all, in Nevada, you have the culinary union, which is powerful, and it has a lot of Latino workers enlisted there. Is the endorsement from the union important? And if so, who's more likely to get those big endorsements going down the track?
The Culinary Workers Union is as important as it gets in Nevada Democratic politics. However, they have decided that they are not going to endorse this time. I think that's a little bit of a victory for Hillary Clinton in that they endorsed Barack Obama in the caucuses in Nevada the last time around. She ended up narrowly winning, though I think he came out with more delegates, sort of a split decision in Nevada. It's helpful for her that they're not going all in for Bernie Sanders. She's got certain other union support. Look, I think the indication that this is likely to be a fairly close race is that Hillary Clinton has canceled at least one event in Florida to stay in Nevada campaigning. I think that her campaign believes it is going to be a lot closer than they would have looked at it a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago. They're getting swamped by volunteers for Bernie Sanders on the ground. They're getting swamped to some degree by his ability to put his Iowa team into Nevada immediately as he did. So I think we're looking at a close race, and it could be that Hillary Clinton loses and is on the bad side of momentum for 2 states in a row.
And when we speak about momentum, there was so much assumption that Hillary Clinton was going to do so well with minorities where Bernie Sanders wouldn't because nobody knows him, he's a New Englander, but for the same reasons that we see that he's resonating with young people and he's resonating with women, it looks like his message is appealing as well as his charisma and his character. Steve, how can Hillary Clinton's campaign, what are they doing actively to try and learn from where they've been weak in the last 2 races?
Well, specifically about Nevada, I do want to point out that they really do need to turn out minority voters, especially Hispanics, because in the last caucus there in 2008, white voters went out in a higher number than they actually represent in terms of population in Nevada. So they've got to get higher turnout because that will definitely help her. But in terms of how is she trying to correct this, I mean, she is 2 things. One, emphasizing how her policies will help women. She lost women in New Hampshire, which is just stunning to everybody who watched this. She overall lost women. She lost among liberals and moderates. And so she's really just sort of going out there emphasizing how her policies are better than Bernie Sanders, how his policies won't work for African Americans and Latinos, as he is trying to emphasize, and basically just trying to make the argument that what he's selling is just not realistic for really all the groups that she lost in the New Hampshire primary.
Steve Chigueras, John Allen, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Take care, Control.